here. Just take it a bit.
Give me the video.
Yeah, I want to show Vac quick. It's like it's like a second long. It's called Scott Dad. It's by the YouTube channel Dad. Scott the Was Enjoys Earth. Um, I'm gonna like just like this one. This one. Right. See ya.
All right, bye. Oh, you're echoing.
Am I echoing?
No, you're not echoing. It's picking up my audio.
There shouldn't be any of your audio on here.
I just heard myself.
Okay, well, mute yourself then while I tweet. And I'll let you know when you can unmute yourself. Yeah, no, I gotta fucking go through
It
this.
can hear you too, asshole.
It shouldn't! Face front, true believers, this is Modular Media's No Prize Podcast. The podcast where we talk Marvel comics, movies, merchandise, and more. I am your host, Chris, a Boingo Rider Gaston, and with me, as always, in the bullpen.
Representing the people who finally pulled the trigger on a DC figure collection, the Vacuuminator is here.
Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal.
Yeah.
You enjoying?
Mattel stuff is, like, exactly as I remember it, in that, like, it's limited enough to annoy me sometimes, but it's good enough that I can't hate it.
Holy shit, is that Obi-Wan? No.
Unfortunately not. No.
No, we got fucking two Uncle Owens here.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, we're not talking about a Marvel show this week. We're not talking about a Marvel show for the next couple of weeks. In fact, we are engaging with the conglomerate known as Disney.
Because when are we not? This is the Disney show. We should just be talking about Owl House and Amphibion here too, if we're being honest.
No.
Wow. Well.
We'll talk about other Disney things when Darkwing Ducks and Gargoyles get reboots.
Okay.
Come on, Gargoyles is fucking. You guys would not have Amphibia and Owl House if it were not for Gargoyles.
I'm sure, but it was before my time, and I do not care.
Fuck, man. It's good shit. It's good shit. That show awoken so many bisexuals you don't even know.
That's disgusting what you just put in the chat, Buster.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
No. Don't do that. Bad Disney. Go away.
But hey, you know what Disney did do?
They brought my husbando back.
They gave you a hobo.
They sure did. Look at him. My delicious trash daddy.
So yeah, for the next couple of weeks we'll be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi and then Miss Marvel, because Miss Marvel's coming like the week after Kenobi, right?
Yeah, and that's when when Buster actually gets on the show. We're gonna put a gun to their head and be like, tell them whether it's culturally appropriate or not. Tell them.
We don't know this shit. Tell us.
Yeah.
You are our closest cultural compatriot. We don't know even how to season chicken. We know how to season chicken. We are from the South. We know how to do this, but this is a joke.
I made a few damn good steaks today. I'll tell you that.
Here's the thing. You don't need a ton of seasoning for a steak because you want to taste the fat.
Uh-huh.
You need something to enhance the fat. So, like, you need salt, pepper.
Just like a decent marinade,
like,
and then a nice little rub. Not much.
It depends on the steak. If it's like a choice cut.
They're like thin little flank steaks.
Yeah, you marinate the fuck out of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're talking about Obi-Wan, a thick piece of steak.
Oh yes.
So do you want to?
Oh yes.
So do you?
So for those of you who are not aware,
I'm gonna let you take the lead.
All right. So for those of you who are not aware, I grew up during the prequel era of Star Wars. I watched the original trilogy, but like the first movie I saw was Episode 1. And all throughout my childhood, Obi-Wan was my favorite character because I just thought like, well, he's the more together Jedi than Anakin. He's cooler that way. And he has all these great little moments here and there, but he's never like stealing the show. He just is there being his cool self. And so I've always been one of the people who was like, man, it would be cool if Ewan McGregor came back. I don't think it's ever going to happen though. And then when they announced it, it was like, holy shit, let's go. Like, I got back into Star Wars in a way I hadn't been in years. Because, like, I had a very brief, I'm trying to be into it period with Force Awakens, and then it was just kind of like, Star Wars is just a thing that happens, and I kind of observe it. But no, I got on a big Star Wars kick, and have been on a big Star Wars kick ever since this show got announced. So getting here with these first two episodes, which I'll agree, I would have liked it better if they had just done the regular weekly releases and stuck with Wednesday. It's a bit weird switching to Friday again. But there's so much story and so much going on in here. It's so dense. There's so much happening in every frame.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah. This was absolutely fantastic. It was exactly as good as I wanted it to be. There were things that surprised me, but it never exceeded my expectations or let me down. And I have a few nitpicky things here and there, but overall, I'm very much satisfied with these first 2 episodes, and I hope to God they can stick the landing on this.
I just figured out the whole Star Wars problem.
What's up?
Okay, why is Mandalorian and Obi-Wan so far? This show has been critically appraised. Everyone's been loving it. Why are they loved so much right now?
I don't know.
'Cause they're westerns. They're samurai movies.
Yeah, this is kind of just Unforgiven.
No. You know what this is. You know what this is going to be going forward.
What's it gonna be?
It's True Grit.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
But, like, that's the problem. The Star Wars movies aren't westerns. They're not samurai movies. They're fantasy.
These first 2 episodes reminded me a lot of Unforgiven, of Old Man Logan, of The Last of Us. It's very much that kind of story of a guy who doesn't want to be a piece of shit, but is in a world that is kind of forcing him back into being a piece of shit one last time.
Yep. But it also, like, gives a lot of little nuance to a lot of things of, like, yeah, Obi-Wan did just kind of shut down emotionally after all of that. It was just like, no, I just gotta fucking protect the boy. Just make sure the boy's safe.
Like, I really appreciate that they showed a highlight reel of the prequels at the start of this. Because, like, you see those scenes that Mustafar battle in a whole new light then. Because when he's like, it's over, Anakin. I won. I have the high ground. Oh,
give up. We can fix this.
And like when he said, I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. His face almost looks blank. I think that was intentional way back when. And I've always thought that, but this like stresses it even more so to me. Of like, yeah, he was kind of shutting off during the fight. He's just, I'm doing what has to be done.
It's emotional shutdown. Is Obi-Wan really going to talk about the emotional shutdown that many men have in situations where they're not allowed to express themselves? Because again, that's a big part of the Jedi Order. It's just like, oh, no expression. You're not, no, fuck that. You need to be Jedi monk. And it's just like, no one can live like that. And that's why the Jedi failed.
Yeah. And like you look into Obi-Wan's past, especially in the EU and stuff like that, and you can see like he had all the same temptations Anakin had. He was just a little bit stronger and able to resist it.
Yeah. But like this was really good. I enjoyed the fact that he didn't look like a Jedi. I liked how he was in just like fucking blue shirt and khakis for most of the show.
Yeah, they're making a figure of his episode 2 and I guess onward look, but I want that first episode look.
It's good. Men, can we all agree? We need to start wearing cloaks.
Yeah.
Cloaks and ponchos.
Everyone needs to wear more cloaks and capes, honestly.
Cloaks, capes,
be
ponchos.
Like a regular part of human fashion.
Like, legitimately. People always go, oh, men's fashion is boring. Just the Star Wars characters. Instant good.
Yeah. Like, even Bail Organa, he was kind of wearing the same shit you always see him wearing, but he had it going on, which, by the way, can we fucking talk about the Alderaan rep in this?
This is the most I think I've ever seen Alderaan.
Yeah. And like, you get why losing this world is a big deal.
And also, you get why Leia turned out the way she did, but also you see that, no, she did have a happy life. They cared for her. They did love her.
And like, you can also see, like, just as much as, like, she turns to being more like her mother as she grows up, when she was a little kid, she had some Anakin in.
Uh-huh. But, like, it's a little bit of but you can also see that in both of Luke and Leia. Because, like, Luke climbed up on his roof and started playing like he's in a fucking pod racer, and it's just like, oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
But you can also tell that Owen does care for Luke. He loves Luke. He wants what's best for Luke, which is to be the fuck away from that Jedi shit.
Mm-hmm.
That killed his dad. So fuck him up. No.
Yeah. Do you think it's maybe a bit too much to have it retcon that Obi-Wan gave Luke the T-16 Skyhawk? Because I can see that being a thing that gets video essayists all uppity.
I think it's fine. It's nothing that fundamentally changes the story, and it's just like a little Obi-Wan was there the whole time looking back kind of thing. It's there for us to go, Obi-Wan didn't just show up in Luke's life and go like, hey, let me just give you a bunch of shit. It's more of like, he was always there, and it's just Luke only noticed it, and it's just like, oh. And that also probably would give more credence to why Luke feels so bad when Ben dies. Because it's just like, it goes from this guy you've known for a couple months to a guy you've known your entire life who just been there and learning all this stuff and realizing, wow, you've actually tried to be there my whole life. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And this also, like, this whole story feels like it's going to be like all the more reason why Leia would just immediately go like, Dad trusted him. He helped me. He saved me when I was a kid. Obi-Wan, fucking help us.
Yeah. I also dig that, like, well, it doesn't recanonicize it because there's clear conflict story-wise, but they're taking stuff from the Obi-Wan EU novel that everybody loves. Like he has his EOB. He clearly has a good relationship with the Sand People, which he builds up in that book. And that book takes place over, like, the first month of his living on Tatooine. The only thing that I would say directly contradicts it is just he's living in a cave, whereas, like, he spends scenes in that book, like, cleaning up and getting his hut to a livable state.
I think you could ultimately say, like, that happened. Like, time-wise is a thing. Like, I like the idea he's living in a cave right now because he is just going like, nope, I need nothing but the bare necessities so I can protect that kid. Like, I think most of the money he has is just saving up for a fund for Luke.
I could see that, yeah.
Like, it is just, this is Luke's college fund. I don't need anything. I have failed. I don't deserve it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, what a cool little concept to throw in. That little mining town built around, like, a dead beast of some kind.
Oh, yeah, no. It's beautiful. It's so evocatively Star Wars, but it also reminds you of Mando, which is happening around the same time as this, isn't it?
No, Mando takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. This is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, so... Okay, yeah.
But it is interesting in its time frame as well.
Yeah,
because,
no, I'm
like,
being an idiot. I forgot. Fuck me.
Luke and Leia in this are the same age Anakin was when Obi-Wan first met him. Just something that popped into my head earlier today. Wasn't necessarily there while I was watching it, but I like that little detail, and I just overall like the tone this is striking of, like, we're fleshing a lot of stuff out. Like, the whole purpose of this show is just, here's more Obi-Wan story, and here's more between 3 and 4 story, but at the same time they're also throwing in a whole bunch of new shit. Like, we meet a new Inquisitor in this. We get that thing with the mining town. We get a whole new planet. Like, there's all kinds of shit here.
We get a whole new cyberpunk planet.
Yeah, it's great.
We get more exploration of spice in live action, because I know
spice is a huge thing in the books.
Yeah, but, like, it's never really been a big thing in live action or any of the animated shows or anything like that. So, like, they brought it up in Mando. They're showing it a little bit more here. It's like, oh, okay, cool. They're connecting things. They're using things.
It's space LSD.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, like, a lot of good little bits. I did see, like, I saw, like, a complaint on the internet of, like, oh, yeah, fucking Star Wars, go on to a far off distant planet. There's like 3 aliens and most of the people are humans. And I'm just sitting here going like, yeah, I'd rather it be populated by a bunch of extras and look like an actual city than to waste the budget on like 5 CGI characters or 4 fucking puppets.
Yeah, maybe this planet just has a higher human immigrant population than other species. That's all there is to it.
Spice is a drug in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Inspired by the spice melange from Dune.
Yeah.
I think it actually, in Star Wars, comes from a very similar planet.
There's like a couple different planets, but the main one is the spice mines of Kessel, which I think they said in the EU that's where Han and Chewie met, but then that's not in Solo. But they do go and raid a spice mine and free a bunch of Wookiees from there in that movie.
So is it a spice? So it's mined from the ground?
Yeah.
Because in Dune, you know how what the spice is in Dune, right?
I haven't read the first Dune in a long time.
Okay, remember the giant worms?
Oh, is it like an excrement of theirs?
It's their poo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's their poo.
But then there's that, and I think the only live action real mention of it we'd had up until that point was, I think, in New Hope, Han says he used to smuggle spice.
Oh yeah, I'm not a spice runner anymore, that kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, no, I love the cyberpunk planet. It's just fucking sick.
Yeah, it looks great. A lot of the characters we actually get to see, like that spice dealer. She had a really cool look to her.
But it's like, it is distinctly cyberpunk, but it's also Star Wars. It didn't feel out of place.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about fucking one of the best characters since the episode 2.
Your boy.
The dude, I can't remember the actor's name. He's from the Eternals.
Lee?
No. Hold on. I can Google real quick. But the fucking con man who then comes in. Oh yeah,
the con man Jedi who's played by a comedian.
Yeah. He was in Eternals. He played fucking, I can't remember.
He's in Ninja Turtles?
Eternals.
Oh yes, he played Kingo.
Kingu, yeah.
Because I was like, initially I was just like, I know this guy from somewhere. Who is he?
Kamal Nanjiani.
Yeah. And for a second I was like, is that Taika Waititi?
No.
And then he said something else, and I was like, oh, it's Kingo.
Yeah, he's Kamal. Fucking dude's ripped. Dude's got the Marvel body now. It's fucking sick.
But no, I like his character as a bit of world building too, because like he's clearly an early Rebellion member, but like he's not entirely a moral paragon like Rebellion members are often portrayed as. Like
I like Rebellion being a little skeezy.
Yeah, like he's not the way they portrayed Cassian Andor in Rogue One, which, hey, the trailer for that looked really good. It seems like they're going to be straying away from that portrayal of him, which I'm excited about.
Yeah. No, but this is good. I enjoyed a lot of it. I also enjoyed the fucking alligator bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Just going like, I'm just going to fire my bazooka at him.
Yeah, he was great. The stuff they're doing with the Inquisitors is really interesting too, because like in the in Rebels, they're kind of just generic bad guy generals. Like they do cool stuff, but they never really get cool character arcs. And here, like, you clearly get there's a power dynamic going on. There's more with these characters we haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. And, like, Raba especially seems like they're trying to say something very specific with her. And I kind of get it, but I feel like there's more that's going to come along as the show goes on.
It's definitely... They have added a layer of religiosity to them to counteract the Jedi kind of stuff.
Yeah. And to everyone complaining about Grand Inquisitor's makeup, saying that his head's too short, I completely forgot about that as soon as he started talking.
Oh yeah, no, sounds great. Sounds perfect. The only thing I'd say, his ridges are too thin. They're like not deep enough.
Yeah, that might be a thing.
Like that's the only thing, and I go like, yeah, but maybe they get more when he ages up into Rebels.
Well, that's not going to happen because he gets mooped in this.
Yeah, but Rebels is still canon.
That's true. Oh, I didn't think about that. What's going to happen with that? Shit, man.
Well, do you not remember Boba Fett setting it up perfectly?
Oh, yeah. You're always like one step ahead of me with this shit, man.
It's just because I fucking pay attention to dumb storytelling things. Like, that's the thing. All these stories, you need them to kind of line up and go like, oh, okay. There's a reason you watch original trilogy, prequels, then sequels, and not prequel, OG, sequel.
Yeah, because that's the order they were made in, and that's the order people thought of stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah,
you're supposed to watch the prequels knowing Anakin's gonna turn.
Yeah,
that's
like,
not supposed to be a surprise.
It's supposed to be a tragedy. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry you thought Darth Vader was such a badass as a kid, but he's supposed to be a tragic figure.
He's supposed to be a tragic and sad figure. You're supposed to pity Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm. And we got a whole lot of that.
Ooh, yeah, we do a whole lot of that coming. God damn, that final bit.
Yeah, and fucking Obi-Wan, like, almost having a panic attack learning that Anakin is still alive after having just been like, oh, you remind me of your mom. This is so sweet.
Yeah. By the way, Darth Vader's Anakin. No.
Yeah.
And then fucking the wake up scene. Hayden Christensen in full ass makeup.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just really hope they nail a good transition from where they leave off in Revenge of the Sith to where they pick up in A New Hope. Because that's the one thing I've always had trouble with prequels to original trilogy in terms of just like continuity and characters and stuff is friggin' Vader going, oh, when we last met, I was but the learner, but now I am the master. Only a master of evil, Darth. Like, that dialogue is just so cliche, and I hope they find a way to set it up good.
Yeah. I was always wonder why people were surprised when people heard Darth Vader as Luke's dad. Because here's the thing. The time between episode 4 and Empire Strikes Back was like years.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years. People had a ton of time to build these characters up in their mind. And like, there was not a lot of Star Wars media at that time.
There was 2 things. The movie and the holiday special.
And there were like some Marvel comics.
Yeah.
But they were
those had a giant fucking talking rabbit.
Yeah. But like, I definitely feel for you there, Nightmare, where like when I was growing up, people parodied and like made the joke, Darth Vader is Luke's father in so much shit that came out when I was a kid that I just completely knew it before I knew anything else about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest shame about Star Wars being a culture zeitgeist that it is. It's that the 2 twists that are really twists that are meant to be like surprises are not anymore.
Like, I think the closest we got in our lifetime was Han dying in Force Awakens.
And people tried to keep that under. Still, technically, people keep that under wraps to an extent.
Yeah,
it's hard not to go like, "Hey, where's Han in the other movies?"
Yeah, he's taking a nap.
Yeah,
he went to go hang out on a spice farm.
But can we just talk about the kid actor they got for Leia? Because she did amazing.
She was so good, dude. Like, I don't know what happened between like episode 1 and like movies over the last 5 to 10 years, but like child actors are just like so much better than they were when we were kids and before that.
It's so good. Han what? Don't worry about it, Hal. No, don't shoot.
Yeah, don't. Just go watch Force Awakens real quick and then come back.
But Leia, fucking great kid. Nailed the lines. Nails the Leia attitude.
And I don't know if the casting was out at all before this because I don't keep up with casting news super close. But man, it's just so good how they totally swerved us. Where we thought this was going to be about keeping the Inquisitors away from Luke, and then no, it's got to go rescue Leia, and there was no hint of that beforehand. It's on the level of like Disney's getting really good at this. Like it's on the same level of like I wasn't expecting that, but okay, that I had with Scarlet Witch being the villain in Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, I can understand some people's complaints of like, yeah, but that completely they're selling the movies on a lie. And I'm just sitting here going like, I mean, they've always done that. Look at Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We forget now that Jason's a fucking zombie serial killer boy. The first movie, the killer's his mom.
Yeah.
Jason is incidental in that movie. He's not.
Wait, what about one? Hell, where the hell have you been?
Where have you been?
Yeah, this is old news, dude.
Oh, lordy, Jesus. I'm sorry, hell. We just spoil everything. We don't give a shit.
You like come in here and expected spoilers. That's how we roll.
Buddy, you might as well call us a fucking fermenting house. We spoil everything.
God damn it.
My joke was not that good. Speaking of fermenting, I was gonna make a joke about the big meat mine that Obi-Wan's working at, just because, goddamn, they really nailed the monotony of living on Tatooine.
Yeah. And I love how people are like, oh, we keep going back to Tatooine. Disney's making all this Tatooine content. Tatooine was like the original iconic planet from Star Wars. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, and it's also a super easy fucking planet to make a location for. Hey, let's just go 40 minutes outside of LA. Oh, sweet. Desert. Tatooine.
And I mean, like, don't y'all didn't it used to be a super common complaint about Star Wars that every planet just like looks like a biome and you just assume that the whole planet is that biome? We're showing that there's different shit on Tatooine.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, yeah, a lot of it's still desert, but still good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things to love and enjoy about this show. I'm excited for more episodes.
I should have wrote down my nitpicks because I said I had a few nitpicks at the start, and I remember thinking about them while I was rewatching the episodes today, but I didn't write them down, so now I can't remember them now that we've had such a positive conversation.
I'm trying to
but
think
I
of
did have like 3 little things.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, yeah, that one Jedi in episode 1, when they string him up, like, they hang him in the town after saying that they want to interrogate him, and then the way they hang him, it doesn't even look like he's been choked to death. He's just kind of strung up like a marionette, and I'm like, are we supposed to think he's dead, or what's going on here?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think they can show a hanging on Disney Plus.
Maybe.
I think what would have sold that more is if there was a giant fucking black mark on his chest.
Yeah.
Of just like, no, I just hit you with a goddamn lightsaber. Oh, but the Inquisitors look amazing.
I just remembered the other one because we were talking about him.
Oh.
When the Inquisitors come up and like Rava is interrogating Owen, and then they leave and they're like, rewards will be given. Obi-Wan just runs right up to Owen in the middle of the street and is like, hey, thanks for not ratting me out, buddy. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. It's not great.
Somebody immediately be like, hey, the Jedi's right here. He just outed himself. He does know that guy.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They don't show it in Tarzan. They imply it in Tarzan.
Do they show it in Pirates of the Caribbean? Because I remember there being hangings in those movies.
It's in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I think we're also supposed to take a little bit of a suspension of disbelief with that. It's just like, don't worry about it.
Yeah. And then like to counteract that with something I liked. I love the arc over the first two episodes of like Obi-Wan hasn't used the Force since Mustafar, and he's terrified of doing it, and it takes an extreme situation for him to do it again. Like that's why I made the Old Man Logan comparison. It reminded me of, oh, I haven't popped the claws in a long time.
Oh yeah. But do we have anything else we want to talk about? They hung the pirates and bones of hats and bones and pirates. Yeah, but they don't show a person directly. They don't show a corpse. I think that's the big thing. So,
Okay.
do we have anything else to say about Obi-Wan?
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff, but I'll save it for another time.
There's always more time. Because we got some news to talk about, because we got an official full-ass trailer for Thor Love and Thunder.
Which I don't like as much as the first one, but that's purely just like a taste thing, I feel like, because I've talked about this on various modular things before. I'm not into Taika Waititi's brand of humor, and it really drug down Ragnarok for me, especially because I was expecting Ragnarok to be a more serious story about the fall of Asgard. But now that I know that this is how Taika Waititi does things, I'm a little more like, yeah, all right, I can deal with it.
You understand your expectations.
Yeah, I have different expectations than I did for Ragnarok. The only thing that like was really egregious to me in this trailer is just like when it's just like Thor awkwardly still being way into Jane and her being oblivious to it. I was like, they both like loved the shit out of each other the last time we saw them together.
I think it's just more of like Jane got over it, and Thor never had the full closure.
I think, yeah, that's definitely what it is. It feels a little too awkward to me. He feels like she's an older girl and he's the kid with his first crush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's also just like a what you got things now? That's cool. Oh jeez. It's like the girl you dated in high school, and then you meet back up at your 10 years reunion. You're both single, but she's a doctor and you're doing the same. You're doing nothing, and you're just going like, wow, you did shit with your life. I'm a fuck up. Okay.
Yeah. I will say this: I love that Jane's wearing the helmet in more than one scene. I thought she would just be wearing the helmet in that first scene, but she's got it on in more parts of this trailer.
Yep. And then there's the one bit of the trailer that I have up on the screen for everybody to see.
Yeah, the flick.
The flick. I don't know how accurate this is for female fan service, but I do hope this is leaning in the right direction of just like, give the ladies some cake. Give the people who like the male body some cake.
And clearly Valkyrie was into it.
Yeah. I think, here's the thing, I think all of his friends were into it because, like, it's just like...
Korg.
It's just like, oh damn, that's a chiseled ass. I think it's gonna be uncensored in the movie. It's gonna be uncensored in the movie.
Yeah. How do you feel about Zeus being a joke?
Here's the thing. Hercules is kind of a joke in the comics. He's always like, oh no, you can rely on Hercules, he's big and strong, but he's also, haha, I'm Hercules! You know?
Okay.
It kind of makes sense to kind of do that with Zeus.
Because, I mean, he's probably going to get murderized in this movie.
Yeah.
We got to see Gore the God Butcher in this, and he looks tonally at odds with the rest of the movie, but I like that.
Oh no, I like the way he's portrayed. I like the way he's acted. I would like the head tentacles. I understand keeping the nose. The nose is fine. It's the head tentacles. I like the head tentacles.
Yeah.
They look really cool while you're swinging a big old sword.
Definitely.
And may I remind people that Gore the God Butcher's sword is the all black. who was forged by Null, Null, god of the symbiotes. The All Black is a prototype symbiote.
So what you're saying is we're getting King in Black for Venom 3. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
We King in Black in fucking Venom 3. I'm shooting myself because I'm just going like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Donnie would be like,
Donnie would be hype. It's just more of like, but all the other people in King in Black, who fucking cares? It's Null. Yeah. Whatever. But Thor, Love and Thunder looks good. Looks hype.
it looks like a movie.
It does look like a movie. Hey, guess what? It's not going to be a movie, but it's going to be a comic. I'm surprised it hasn't been a thing yet. We're getting Batman versus Robin.
Here's the thing. This has been a thing before. This is like a story we tell with Damian and Bruce every 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of DC trying to spin it like it's new and be like, oh no, we're building on the last time we did this. Because that's what they're doing. That's what this article is doing, at least. It's talking about the stupid miniseries where they tried to make us think that Damian was actually Deathstroke's son. Anybody remember that happened?
Oof.
Apparently this is building off of that, and I'm like, I trust you, Mark Waid, but like, god damn it. Also, apparently this is the next arc in fucking World's Finest. This is going to be part of that.
I'm going to have to read this for World's Finest?
Or we could just drop the book for an arc.
Whatever. It's comic books doing comic books. Riot over drawing a character with less cake, so I fully believe people will riot Buster.
Remember that Spider-Woman cover?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Still the best thing Maddox ever made.
Hey, Superman's boyfriend has a superhero costume now.
Yay! Jay Nakamura is his name, but he doesn't get a code name just yet. I'm assuming that will be in this issue, but for now we just get this image, which is pretty cool. It's not like the most flashy creative costume I've ever seen, but it's definitely a solid look that fits his powers.
Yeah. And
Or
it's
power singular. He can go intangible.
Oh, he's Kate Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta look at those two twinks.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a fine looking suit.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly the feeling I get from it. Is like, yeah, it's good. Doesn't make me excited in any particular way, but I guess it's news, so we'll talk about it. Sure. Look at that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I hope the hood looks cool when he pulls it up.
You know what I wouldn't mind if like he just like full on just goes like with the ghost theme.
Yeah.
With a superhero name or something.
They call him like Spook Walker or something like that.
Spooky Walker. We got a new Batman event teased.
This is the first arc of Donnie's run. Ooh. Batman Failsafe. Or not Donnie, I'm sorry, Zdarsky.
Zdarsky.
The other guy you love.
Yeah, my boy.
Starting
my boy
Batman...
who did an interview with no shirt and pants on.
Starting in Batman number 125 this July, Batman Failsafe will be an arc very much about Bruce being pushed to the limit and potentially having to do a big, super crazy plan that he's always kept in his back pocket forever, which isn't the most original Batman concept in the world, but it's good for a first arc.
Here's the thing. You could say the same thing about Zdarsky's Daredevil run. It's not the most original Daredevil run, but it's a damn good Daredevil run. That's,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like this. It's not going to be the most original, groundbreaking Batman, but it's going to be the best Batman you've read in a while.
Mm-hmm. Also, that George Jimenez art is looking hella good. Like
Uh,
it's not exactly Dan Mora, but it's up there.
Tell me when the first arc is over. No. Read the first arc of Batman.
Read it as it happens.
Zdarsky is a good writer.
Be a big boy. Get up on Wednesday or Tuesday if you want to go by DC's marketing and read your comics.
But speaking of old men who have a large number of plans in their franchises, Star Wars Yoda is a series announced by Marvel.
Yeah, this is the only real comic announcement out of Star Wars Celebration this weekend, which is just that doing a Yoda series that's going to be kind of like the Obi-Wan series that's going on right now. Instead of the exact thing where like Obi-Wan is every issue is a short story from a different time period in Obi-Wan's life, Yoda's going to be 3 different arcs of 3 issues set during different time periods of Yoda's life, and I think it's an interesting concept for a book, but I don't know if I'm personally going to want to read it just because, like, George Lucas's vision was always keep Yoda as mysterious as possible. Like, that was one of his big things of, like, don't flesh out Yoda's backstory too much. So I don't know how into the idea I am just based off of that.
You know what I can see it being? One arc is during the Republic. One arc is during the Republic. One arc is during the Clone Wars. One arc is training Luke.
Maybe. Yeah, there is a Star Wars announcement every hour this weekend, Buster. This is just the only comic one we have, and I didn't want to full on turn this into a Star Wars show where we talk about all the new toy news and everything.
I mean, we could briefly talk about, like, there's some cool toys. They announced a new Willow TV show.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm excited for Willow. I like Willow.
I've never seen the original Willow, and I have almost never heard anybody talk about it in a favorable light. So I'm like, I'm glad people are excited, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. It's the same thing as I have the same feeling as when fucking Dark Crystal got a Netflix show.
But hey, speaking of cake, we were talking about the need for multi attraction fan service.
Yeah.
That was announced during Disney Plus Day. Yeah, fair enough.
But we got the trailer this weekend.
Yeah. Batman and other DC superheroes pose in superhero variant covers.
Yeah, this is a thing that's going to be happening in August. DC's just doing a big like, hey, it's summer. Here's our heroes in swimsuits.
So here's
that'll sell.
Kara Zor-El, Kara.
That may or may not already be saved to my phone.
With Superman in the background. We got some Batman and some like classic looking like retro swim trunks. They're nice bats.
I love that he's wearing the cowl in this one too.
Because if he's not wearing the cowl, he's just a white man with black hair. Catwoman in the background. Captain.
It'll be fine, hell.
It's not. They're not super risky. This is adorable. The whole Bat family
that one's great.
playing in the pool with like it's Batman, it's Superman, it's Robin, and this is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Black Adam. I wish we didn't see the swimsuit right there. I wish that was flesh, and he was just naked underneath the bubbles.
Yeah, but the female swimsuit covers, so...
Yeah. But it's cool, whatever. Catwoman, yep.
I think she looks much better in a one-piece than she does in the bikini she has in the Batman cover.
This one's just fucking...
That's the thing Deathstroke does, yeah.
IRL so far. Like, yeah, it's a fun, goofy party scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Harley Quinn, wait a second, isn't that the artist who did Squirrel Girl?
Might be, I'm not sure.
Either way, it's a fun... It's not really cheesy, it's not really cakey, it's just more like a fun little comedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Deathstroke one's good. Then we have Nightwing.
Which is perfect.
Perfect.
It's as perfect for women and gay men as the Supergirl one is for me.
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed the
and
ass. They nailed the ass.
I love that Tom Taylor had to defend this on Twitter too. He's like, do you remember the fucking 90s?
Nubia, Queen of the Amazons. It's pretty good. Playing some beach volleyball with Wonder Woman. It's nice.
That's alright. So
Not enough Nightwing? Look at that ass!
how much ass do you really need, Buster?
You see the top of the crack and everything. Come on now.
You even get some dick outline on that. Look at that shit.
You got some dick. You got some bulge. You got
You
some
can-
fucking bulge.
You can fucking see dick's dick. How much more
You
do you need
can
in
fucking
your life?
pop a quarter on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pop a quarter on that sausage. It's so fucking town white.
Plus, he's cut. Dick is cut as fucking.
Cut, not overly buff, very natural looking build.
But fine, 8 out of 10. Didn't you, motherfucker?
And then we got Poison Ivy and a nice, very tasteful. I wouldn't say that this is like old school erotica.
Weirdly, that reminds me of like Uma Thurman Poison Ivy when she first shows up in like the dance scene with the gorillas.
But it's good. It's solid. All of the flowers in the hair. All of these are bang on covers. They're amazing.
Yeah. I don't buy many floppies anymore, but like if I was, I'd definitely be wanting to hunt down a few of these.
Yeah, the Poison Ivy one is like, it is sexy but not sexy. You know what I mean? It's that like old school. It's a pinup. It's an old school pinup that you would see on like a calendar.
Yeah. It's like a 30s pinup, whereas that one's like a 70s 80s pinup.
Yeah. God damn, the fucking cowl is just like. But the Catwoman's just in the background going like, yay!
It almost looks like something Grant Morrison would do. Like that looks like something out of an issue of Batman Incorporated.
But again, the scene of this is just fun. It's all of this is super good. Remember, fan service isn't the problem. It's only the fact that this fan service only directed to people who like ladies. Equal. It needs to be both men and women. If you're gonna have cheesecake, if you're gonna have cheesecake, have multiple flavors. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Equal opportunity cake. We are probably the straightest people who will go like, yeah, look at this man ass. Look how good this man ass is. But we got some more pictures of Morph.
Yeah, we got to see the actual figure because we just got the box last week.
Yeah, we got the box, but now we got Morph himself rocking the classic leather suit over a superhero costume. Forever a good look.
Yeah, this is the Danger Room outfit. So you could get this guy and just pop different heads on them and be like, oh, here's my X-Men training in the Danger Room display.
No, you can't because of his arms. It's not the
How
full
so?
unless you want them all in jackets.
I mean, they can all rock jackets. They can have team jackets.
But yeah, no, it's Morph. Morph is good. Morph be good.
Yeah. Figure a lot of people have been asking for a long time, and I'm glad they finally have it. However, I have no interest in it.
Yeah, it's very much. Oh, or you got to be a fan of
that cartoon.
That cartoon.
Yeah.
What's with this Morbin time thing? It's people made up a line from the movie, and people have just been going with it.
It's a bad meme, and I don't like it.
But speaking of fucking going hog wild, Scarlet Witch hot toy.
Yeah, fairly good looking one. I of course have only seen the movie the one time, so I'm not super aware of all the details on the costume, but it looks fairly accurate to me, and I like that it comes with the Darkhold and a bunch of effects.
Yeah, I like the hair. The hair looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a meme from Morbius.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Hell. Yeah, no, good looking figure.
Buster in the chat, that cartoon as opposed to this cartoon.
Yeah, it sure is a Scarlet Witch Hot Toys.
Yeah, no, this cartoon is Wolverine and the X-Men.
Some neat effect parts. It looks it's good. It's a Hot Toys of Scarlet Witch. What more do you want?
I mean, they've done enough Scarlet Witch Hot Toys at this point. They probably have Elizabeth Olsen's likeness down to a T.
Yeah, it's good. It's a Hot Toys. What more do you want? I know what would be fun. What about a rescue toy from Mafex?
Hey, that sounds pretty good. I'm actually a big fan of the movie Rescue suit because, like, the comic suit just looks like girl Iron Man. So, like, I've never been super tempted to hunt down that legend, but I've always been like, maybe I'll grab the movie legend to be my rescue on the shelf. And this looks like just that movie legend's cranked up a few notches.
Yeah, and Rescue's always been a fun idea for a superhero.
Yeah.
That I wish they would do more within the comics, but it's understandable. They like Pepper's doing stuff.
When was the last time Pepper was Rescue in the comics? Was it just Fraction's Run?
I think it might be.
Damn.
It's been a while. But also, they haven't been using Pepper because Pepper and Tony had a falling out. So, like, she's not in his life. Why would we tell stories about her?
So now that it's a thing in the movies, I think you could get away with doing a Rescue solo title, or at least a mini.
Yeah, you might be able to. But also, yeah, it's fun to see Rescue. And for people who are unaware, Rescue in the comics is actually a non-lethal Iron Man suit. It's like all the tech in it is purely for helping people.
That's a bizarre... Okay, funny story. I thought Pepper was Tony's daughter from the future when she showed up in the suit in Endgame. I don't know how you get that impression.
Because Tony's daughter wore the Rescue helmet at the beginning of the movie. Which was just meant to say, Tony built Rescue.
Well. But doesn't he literally say in that scene, like, oh, I'm working on a secret project for Mommy?
Yeah. But either way... Gotta talk about the fucking superhero universe I fucking can't stand. Fucking thank you, Garth Ennis. Fuck you. The fucking boys. Mafex figure. Black Noir. I don't like
Look at
the
that
boys.
dick. Look at that dick outline. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I just do not like the boys.
Wow, he even comes with a severed head. I mean, you could probably customize this into a really good Snake Eyes figure.
Me and the boys. Know what? You know what I would do? I would get this guy and get a Diamond Dallas Page and make the superhero he played in that one Netflix show. Yeah, the one with Homelander. Yeah, he comes with a head. He comes with all these parts. I just do not like. I just do not like.
One of these days, I'm gonna watch The Boys and talk about it just to see what your reaction to whatever my opinion on it is.
I just don't like how Garth Ennis treats superheroes.
People have also said like the show is way better than the comic too. So maybe I should read the comic.
But we also got a Crime Syndicate Build-A-Line Superwoman tease from McFarlane.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this wave just because like the last reveal from it was months and months ago, but it's still happening. We're still doing Build a Starro, and yeah, this Superwoman doesn't look great. She's not the worst thing Todd's made, but she looks a little half-assed to me.
And this is evil Wonder Woman, not gender bend Superman. Just to let you know.
Although I will say the head sculpt you could probably use for like a good Lois Lane custom.
Yeah. Though there is a universe with gender bend Superman.
Yeah. The Crime Syndicate is the Justice League of Earth 2. And they're all big dickheads. They're just.
I thought it was Earth 3. I thought it was 1, 2.
No, they are Earth 3 because
1 was Prime, 2 was
No. I'm talking about the original continuity. I'm not dealing with the fucking new multiversity shit. Uh, in original continuity, Earth 1 was the main universe. Earth 2 was where the Justice Society was from, and Earth 3 was the Crime Syndicate. And I forget the designations after that. But the Crime Syndicate are just evil Justice League, where like Ultraman is an evil Superman, Superwoman is an evil Wonder Woman, Owlman is an evil Batman, and so on and so it goes.
Yeah, and the Joker's a good guy, and Lex Luthor's a good guy. So yeah, it's not Superwoman as in like Supergirl equivalent. This is like there is no Superman in that world. She's just called Superwoman.
Yeah, there's a guy called Ultraman in DC. He's just evil Superman, and he has a U on his chest.
Yeah. I think in Justice League Unlimited they did something like him, but they called him Ubermensch.
That was in the follow-up comic. In the show, there was the Justice Lords, and I don't think they had like different names. I think they were just evil versions of the Justice League.
Fair enough. But yeah, Superwoman.
It's happening. I would buy it just to build Starro. And you know what? I don't think Mattel ever did a Starro, so I might buy that wave.
But we also got I got a yawn. Some more Bat Pat Hot Toys.
Yeah, we talked about this when it was first revealed, but they've done some updates now to make it a bit more movie accurate. Like, there's a few new accessories. The Batarang will now come out of the chest, that kind of thing. Oh, there's actually a list of the changes here. Updated hair sculpt, an additional interchangeable hair sculpture for alternate styling, Batarang in die-cast metal to replace the original design, updated body physique and batsuit colors. So it's essentially, they've tweaked it a lot from when we first saw it to make it more movie accurate now that the movie's out and they can look at reference material.
Bat Pat, for a second I thought you meant the game theory guy.
Oh yeah. That's just a theory. A bad theory.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, but that's all the toy news we got.
Yeah, not the most exciting week in the world, but some solid stuff happening. Are you about to turn into the Joker? Is that what's happening here?
No. But we do got some comics to talk about. So you want to talk some comics?
I guess we can do that.
Well, guess what? I'm talking first because I'm talking Batman Beyond the White Knight, issue 3.
Hey, how that going?
So we get some more information about the fucking bomb they dropped at the end of the last issue of Harley Quinn going like, Bruce, I married you. I'm your wife.
Okay, so it's a lot of flashback.
No. It's just an explanation of her going, yeah, I married you so I wouldn't have to testify against you in court, you know? Spousal privilege.
Oh, it was a marriage of convenience.
And then the Joker just looks at Batman because remember, he's an AI implanted in his brain and just looks at Bruce and goes like, you're full of shit! You want to bang each other! I give my blessing! She deserves to be happy and I care about you. You're my friend! And he's like, I'm not your friend. Bullshit! I'm not your friend. Fuck you! So basically, they're married, but like they tell each other it's just for convenience. We don't actually care for each other. And the AI Joker's just going like, "Fuck off! No,
y'all want to fuck.
Y'all want to fuck.
Y'all fit in the smash.
Y'all fixing the smash, and I'm happy for you to be moving on. I'm glad for you. Like legit, that's the mindset of it. Nice. Also, Barbara Gordon is fucking playing chess and going like, all right, Duke. You're going to quit the evil organization that's formed around what we started, and you're gonna go help Batman, okay? What's your opinion on Black Label books?
My opinion on Black Label? It's a thing. It's just new Vertigo. It's just we're telling stories outside of continuity.
No, it's New Elseworlds.
It's a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
It's a catch-all for we want to do shit that doesn't affect the main universe.
Why get rid of Vertigo? Such a good name.
I feel exactly the same way Sal does on that shit. Of like, you still have that logo trademarked, you could still use it. Why do Vertigo things getting reprinted have Black Label on them now? That's stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just more setup. Bruce fights Beyond for a little bit. It's good. It's a good book. Good book.
All right.
The White Knight series of Batman is good Batman. Because it's Batman going like, wow, I fucked up. I need to change my tactics.
I can't wait to reread / catch up once it's all finished.
Yeah. So we both read Legion of X. What?
Too much for me. I'm out.
What? No. Come on. That woman totally wanted to fuck Nightcrawler.
And good for Kurt. Because Lord knows he ain't gotten any in a while. But, like, all the shit with Legion is just too fucking weird for me, man.
It's not even that weird.
He's getting into the metaphysical, like, high-minded concepts, and I'm just like, nah.
It's just psychic cops.
That being said, Forget-Me-Not and Juggernaut were a great duo.
Oh yeah, I love Forget-Me-Not in this book. And he's just going like, hey, no, I'm trying to help out here, is all this kind of stuff. I love how fucking Nightcrawler's just like, until we get some more neural implants, just remember you're working with this guy. Who? You'll see him when you see him. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
For White Knight. White Knight's good. White Knight's a good book.
Yeah, read White Knight.
I love how it just shows like everyone trying to help people in a bunch of different ways. I like how like I love Lost being here and her just being like a voice of confidence and all this. Also, I love how Juggernaut's here and he's going like, hey, I'm here even though I'm not a mutant. And Deadpool's just going like, but what about me? I want to be.
Is your brother a mutant? Do you have mutant family members? By the way, how the fuck is Juggernaut gonna feel when he finds out Cassandra's alive?
Oof. But yeah. There's a lot of things happening. We also get more exploration of Iraqi culture.
Mm-hmm.
Of just basically like at one point they did try to some people did try to make religion, and the Iraqis were like, nope, fuck that. So any god that does appear, the god has to beat them in combat because any god worthy of worship has to be stronger than you.
Yeah, I like that. That's good portrayal of atheists right there. Thank you very much.
There's also more exploration of what it means to be weaponless in Iraqi society. It's not necessarily that you are not a mutant. It means that your mutant ability is not geared towards combat. So Fisher King might have a mutant ability. He might still not, but it just means he's not good for combat.
I think they pretty definitively said he doesn't have an ability.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, it's like they're exploring these kind of things. I appreciate it. I really enjoy it. I love Kurt going up to fucking Storm and going, my liege of the solar system, my queen of fucking Mars, and all that kind of shit. And she just goes like, shut up, you fucking nerd. Get over here. And it was adorable. Yeah, I like this book. This is good book.
It's all right. There's just some stuff in here that I'm like, it's not my thing, man.
You have read weirder. I don't know what's your hang up with this.
Things happen.
I mean, Legion was created by Grant. No, he was defined by Grant. Grant Morrison did write Legion, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Tell me about Rogue Sun.
Rogue Sun was pretty good this week. A lot of him facing off against this one villain, but also very much dealing with personal shit in that, like, his mom is going, hey, you're not being responsible in your real life. You're getting other people to do your homework for you. So you're gonna have your superhero privileges revoked for a little bit. And he's like, it's not really a thing where you can do that. If people are in danger, I have to go help them. And it's that kind of whole argument that goes on. And it's an interesting dynamic. Also, we find out that the sister isn't a total shithead. She didn't have their dad killed, but she does want to get the Rogue Sun jewel away from the current user because, like her little brother, she just feels he's not worthy of it.
Mm. Yeah, hey, you still got time to catch up, Bust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a good book. I definitely like it a lot.
Nice.
Fucking art continues to be like top tier shit. I love this kind of style.
Move on?
Yeah.
Issue 7 of Hulk, Banner of War.
Yay.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain what happens. So Hulk gets control of the body, but still thinks he's in the simulation powering the engine. So he doesn't realize he's actually fighting Tony Stark in a Hulkbuster armor and thinks, alright, I can just fucking kill him and be fine. And Tony doesn't know this. So Thor is going like, no! And Banner's inside going like, no! And the Hulk keeps getting angrier and angrier until eventually gamma radiation fires from his eyes and everyone goes like, wait, Hulk has laser vision now? And eventually the Hulk releases excess radiation to the equivalent of 3 gamma bombs. But thankfully Tony's armor protected him. And he goes like, alright, computer, with that, what would have happened to a human in that? Oh, they would have been vaporized immediately. There's no Hulks that could come from that. And then Tony goes like, what about a god? As you see Thor, green, bulging muscles, hammer in hand, as he just goes, Thor smash. Donnie Cates is playing with his action figures, and I am here for it.
All right.
All the time, the whole while, Odin and the fucking Hammer's going like, go, send me back, we were making progress, I can help him. And I'm just going like, you're fucking Odin, you can't help shit. Amazing Spider-Man number 2.
I didn't like this.
Here's the thing.
I thought this was quite bad.
It's not bad, but for, like, if it removed from the last issue stuff, this would have been a pretty bog-standard Spider-Man story. Spider-Man just going around, stopping Tombstone doing his bad stuff, doing all that kind of stuff. It's fine.
See, Tombstone's like the one thing about this book I'm consistently enjoying in the 2 issues we've gotten so far.
Yep.
I like Tombstone. I'm really enjoying his arc going on right now. The problem is, he's the only likable character in the book right now. Everybody else is acting like a joyless asshole. And I get that an interpretation of Peter Parker is that he's a bit of a dick and a bully. But this isn't that interpretation. This is just Peter being needlessly dickish to people. And other people being that way back to him because you get what you give. And that's not fun to read.
Yeah. Who knows? It was okay for me.
I mean, at the very least, we still have that Ramita art.
Yeah.
We have Ramita art.
Fuck anybody who
also,
says JRJ isn't a good artist. He's good. Fuck off.
His style's a little weird compared to other comics, but it's good.
Yeah.
Also, fuck this cover for being a total cock tease. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the issue.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I agree. It's fucking disappointing because it's like, you didn't need it. Everyone was set up to be good. And Zeb was writing good stuff when he was writing in the collective for that bit. And it's just like, drop the ball?
Yeah, I would have much preferred Jid McKay.
Yeah.
Or at least theoretically. Because he could have dropped the ball too, but this is just like, I'm ready for this to be over now, and I know it's not going to be for a while.
They're just so desperate to not let Spider-Man grow up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's depressing, really. Okay, tell me about Captain Carter.
This was a fairly fun issue. Not as much Iron Man as you would think based on the cover, but some good development of the story, some solid characterization here and there. They don't mook Betsy like I thought they were, or Lizzie. Sorry, she's called Lizzie in this. They don't mook her straight away like I thought they were going to. They actually go, no, she's got her mutant powers. She fucking throws shit at them psychically and beats the fuck out of those guys who were going to shoot her. And then it's like, hey, Peggy, there might be some shit going down. We have to deal with this. And then things unfold from there, and it's a good, solid issue. I liked it.
Is Iron Man in this universe a cyborg?
Kind of, sort of.
Neat.
Neat.
Devil's Reign, Omega.
It's finally over.
So, this is pure wrap-up. This is pure epilogue.
Okay.
And setting up the new status quo for the street level heroes. So, 1, Matt Murdock is dead in the public eye. Really, it was Mike Murdock dying and Matt Murdock passing his brother off as him. Okay? So everybody's going to the funeral going, oh, it's Matt Murdock. It's Matt Murdock. And then Mike Murdock's friend comes in and goes like, yo, what the fuck are you doing here? And everybody's going like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he's just going like, I know that's not Matt Murdock. I know that's not Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock's all fucking in rehab, and that's his brother. And his brother's not getting an actual funeral because we're all passing him off as Matt Murdock, and it's fucked up. I want to mourn my friend.
Mm.
And it's just like, yeah, no, that's fucking understandable. And then everyone just points out, it's like, yeah, but you're Kingpin, so fuck off. Shouldn't be here. All the while, Luke Cage is dealing with basically the ramifications of what it means to now be the mayor. And trying to deal with that stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. And realizing that the laws that Fisk put into place can't be easily repealed. He can't just sign a piece of paper and get rid of everything that Wilson Fisk made.
Mm.
He has to work within the system. He has to work with the city council and convince the voters to agree to it. So, like, he can only do so much.
He's got an uphill battle.
Yeah, he has an uphill battle. But hey, guess what? His head of security, Jessica Jones.
Hey.
His right-hand man, Iron Fist. He's just there the whole time. They run into criminals and like
I don't picture Danny being a good right-hand man politically speaking. I just picture him sitting there eating chips and quipping at like lawyers and shit.
Oh, that'd be fun. But basically, like, there's a moment where they get like some super villain things happen, so like a burglary or whatever. No, super villain thing happened, and Luke, Iron Fist, and Jessica run up and go like, "Really? On today where we're burying our friend, are you an idiot?" And they were like, "Yeah, but we thought you'd be down for the count." But then the Thunderbolts, the fucking military police that Wilson Fisk made up, come rolling in and going like, "Hey, fucking vigilantes, get the fuck out! You're still illegal." You're Mayor Luke Cage. I'll let you off with a warning this time, but remember, laws are easily repealed. And Luke just looks at this motherfucker going like, "You motherfucker." They all have a meeting with Matt, and they go like, "All right, Matt, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you faking your death? And he basically goes like, all right, it's because of the fucking hand. The hand that how many times has it been the fucking hand? How many times has it been the hand? Are you just running away? No. We're not running away. We need to fucking deal with this. Me and Electra are gonna go do this.
We're running away.
And we're fucking a lot. As you can tell from the cover, they be fucking.
Yeah.
But no, Matt basically goes like, no, we need to deal with this. And may I remind you, who's currently the leader of the hand? It's Frank Castle.
Oh, no.
So Matt and Electra are perfectly within their reason to be very fucking worried. Because the hand has been the most effective they've been in years. With Frank Castle at their lead.
Yeah.
So they all figure out their things and they do that. And Jessica goes like, all right, I need to see the ones that don't have powers, Purple Man kids, are in foster care. They're being taken care of by lovely people. All right, cool. The one who does have powers still is in custody at an orphanage and he's being looked at. And Jessica Jones goes like, all right, cool. I'm going to go check up on him. And she goes to the facility and she goes into his room and he has a power dampening collar on him. And she goes like, what the fuck? Has he done anything? No, but we thought it'd be... He hasn't done anything wrong. And she rips the collar off. And the kid just looks at the woman who's been running the place going like, take a walk. And Jessica goes like, that's exactly why they put the thing on you. Don't do that. That's not something you should be doing. You need to use your powers responsibly. You need to be taught responsibility.
I've got to be this kid's fucking mom, don't I?
And later on in the book, she takes him to Luke and goes like, hey, Luke, we have an adoptee.
And he's like, oh, hell no, I ain't raising no purple kids.
No. Luke's like, oh, but you gotta remember, Jessica Jones can't be affected by the Purple Man. So she's the perfect person to take care of the kid.
Yeah, that's why I was saying she was gonna be that way.
Yeah. So basically, that's kind of the setup. Luke Cage is the mayor fighting an uphill battle. He has the benefit of his friends to help him out. They're trying to rebuild the Thunderbolts as a superhero team and not a police force. And they're trying to build a new team of villains who want to turn their life around, similar to how the original team kind of happened. They're trying to find a leader. It's gonna be Hawkeye, Clint Barton.
So are we getting, like, new books out of this, I guess?
I think so. I think we're getting a suite of books coming out of this event.
Okay.
So we're getting...
I might read the Luke and Jessica one.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna read the Thunderbolts one, too, because Hawkeye's my boy.
And the Daredevils are going to traipse around the world taking down the Hand.
And is Chip still writing Daredevil after this?
I think so.
Wow.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't call it Daredevil. Daredevils. Because there are two of them, and look how hot they are.
Yeah. And don't renumber it, just change the logo.
Yeah, change the logo. I mean, do the volume number, like 1 and the legacy number, do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good. I have enjoyed Zdarsky's Daredevil immensely.
Nice. Also, while you were talking about that, I went on the eBays just because curiosity struck me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know how much the comic Marvel Legends Rescue is going for these days?
$70.
Cheapest buy it now is $120.
I'm off.
Yeah. Because for those of you who don't know, that was never properly released. It was exclusive to the Marvel Unlimited subscription service. If you got a subscription at a certain level one year, you got this figure for free.
Oh, that's... Okay, so you already talked about the next book?
Yeah, sure.
Y'all really gonna ignore the fact that y'all could jinx each other? We do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Punisher issue 3. Basically, this is the Punisher retcon. This is saying that Punisher was always a justice-filled little anger gremlin with trauma, by basically saying, like, yeah, no, one day he was playing with a BB gun on the roof of a building, and then a man just murdered a couple in cold blood on the street, and no one did anything, and he was traumatized by it. So he spent weeks planning to murder the guy who did it because he got away scot-free. And he made napalm and poured it on the guy and lit him on fire. And he ran down the street, lit on fire, and no one helped him. And that's when Frank Castle started killing people.
I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like a part of the thing that makes the Punisher is that his family dying is the impetus for him to start killing in cold blood. But I can understand why this works for what they're doing right now.
I honestly think they're just trying to make the Punisher wholly unsympathetic. Because that's been the problem with the Punisher. Too many people sympathize with the Punisher.
True.
He's a piece of shit. You're not supposed to like him.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking murderer. Not a superhero.
And this
Captain America hates him.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point of the Punisher. The Punisher loves Captain America because he sees Cap as believing, doing what he believes in, and Cap just sees him as, no, you just murder people. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But
well, you kill people in World War II? Yeah, that was a fucking war. It's different, asshole.
But basically, he doesn't even tell puns.
I saw that too.
But basically, that's pretty much what most of this issue is. It's a flashback. And there's already tensions with him leading the hand. Because the lady goes like, alright, you need to settle a dispute. This guy killed this guy's brother. This guy kills this guy's brother. They both feel like it's disproportionate. You gotta solve the things. And Frank just looks at both of them and goes like, so you admit to killing each other's brother? Yeah. Slice your throats. They're murderers. Yeah, but we kill people. That's what we do. You kill the people I say to kill. You kill the bad guys. Don't kill them, like, that's the thing.
That sounds perfectly in character, Frank, to me.
That's the thing. This is in character with Frank in the early days, because he's not killing a person in cold blood. He's killing a murderer who murdered people on the streets and got away with it. And he did that as a kid. So, like, I see that more as, like, a traumatic event that informs the break he has when his family dies. But we end the issue with Frank Castle basically going to the beast, the thing the hand worships, and going, like, can you bring back my kids? And that's when the issue ends.
Wife's been bugging me about it, man. You gotta help me out here.
You're not even kidding. She has.
No, I've heard synopses.
She freaked the fuck out, ran out of the compound, and go, Frank, we left our kids. We left our kids. And he goes like, no, they'll be back. They're fine. Hey, tell me about Action Comics. He's a He-Man.
I'm upset.
Oh no, did the story get bad?
It hasn't gotten bad, but boy did it fall off a bit this issue, because they do the thing, they free the people, they stop some of the bad guys, but then we find out what this prophecy that the gods of or that the religious people of Warworld have been talking about, right when the fucking art switches. We've had this beautiful detailed art style ever since they got on to Warworld.
Yeah.
And then, like, halfway through this book, like, I would be fine if this issue started and it was a new art style, I'd be like, all right, shit happens sometimes. You can't always have the same person doing the same book all the time. I prefer it if, like, an artist doesn't leave until a storyline is finished, but I understand it. In the middle of this book, they switch to a not bad, but demonstrably worse art style. And it's not even like in a different scene. It's like one page. We're in a scene for 2 pages of the art style we've had, and then just on the next page it switches to this new art style. So that was really irritating. But then in this scene, they're talking about this prophecy that the people of Warworld have had for a long time, where we find out that the fucking Infinity Gems exist in the DC universe. They're just doing...
I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Like we started this Warworld saga, and I was like, oh, cool, they're making Mongol cool by just making him movie Thanos. That's a cool idea. Do that. And then now it's like, oh, they're just making him movie Thanos because there's a prophecy about these 6 multicolored gems of ultimate power from before time can remember. And somebody's going to get them and use them, and it will either be somebody who uses it to save the people of Warworld or kill the people of Warworld. So either Superman's gonna get them or Mongol's gonna get them. How the fuck do you think this book is gonna end, everybody?
I'm so sorry, buddy.
That's how they explain Superman being supposedly dying after this arc. He's gonna fucking pull a I am Iron Man.
Oh,
I'm upset.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep reading from now on because, like, as dumb as that sounds, I've seen worse ideas pulled off well. But fuck me,
it's
upset.
just so blatant. That's the thing that gets me. I mean, if I want to be the fucking, like, actually, by Marvel technical continuity, the DC universe is in the Marvel multiverse, so there should be Infinity Gems.
But, like, you don't do a whole story about it and act like it's a new idea, man.
No, it's just... Oof.
Especially when we had, like, 20 fucking issues of build-up for this. And now we're going into this shit.
And like, now it's... Oh, by the way, you also need to read Infinity Gauntlet to understand what we're doing.
So, Spider-Man pissed me off this week. Action fell off hard this week. Saga, however, continues to be as good as ever. So let's talk about Saga, because we're essentially, continuing the story from where we have been. Alana gets back and has a new haircut that everybody makes fun of, and she's like, shit happened. Don't ask me about it. I'm sure we'll explain it in a flashback eventually. But we get a bit of a parting of the ways here, because they take on new crew members in the form of 2 of the band members that we had been building up in past issues, because the band has a bit of a falling out, and they're like, hey, can you just take us to the next planet? Because we got to get the fuck out of here. We can't deal with these people anymore. And then the captain of the ship is like, you're not taking my crew members. They're contracted for X amount of years. And then Byzantine is just like, no, it's totally fine. They can go. Crew exchange. I was going to stay with you anyway. And Alana's like, what the fuck? You're leaving me? I thought we had a plan to go straight. Like, we just went through all this bullshit to get the medallion that this guy gave me as payment so we could go straight. And he's like, well, yeah, but he's got shit on me. So I have to stay. She's like, God damn it. And that's how it ends. It's literally, the entire issue is, I forgot her name. Hazel. It's Hazel narrating it and talking about, like, how people all throughout her life just moved in and out of her life, and the one constant was her mom and her brother. And it sucks. Sometimes people just have to leave.
That's the Koala Man. They made a big deal out of the Koala Man when they said they were coming back.
Yeah. It's crazy, but like I could also see. Remember, Vaughn said his son helped him invent the Koala Man, and he wants to do a spin-off with the Koala Man. They could easily just do the Koala Man on this pirate ship as its own book for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough, but it's perfectly in character for this book.
Did they ever say how many issues they want to do with this? Like it's 100 specific?
I could see it being 100% specific because that's how many Y the Last Man is, but I don't think they've ever said outright.
Okay. We both read Batman Fortress.
Yeah, but it was sleeper hit this.
The art took me a little bit to get used to.
Yeah, it's not the best. It's not terrible, but it looks like early 2000s art.
It's early 2000s art. It's the way Batman's lip and chin were drawn.
Uh-huh. And those goons in the beginning of the issue, which that's an awesome scene, but they just look really like it looks like a cartoony art style trying to draw real people.
Yeah. It is just like too much. No turn. You know what it is? It's like when you put a hyper realistic texture on a simple 3D model.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, like, there's also Gordon, and he looks weirdly mousy in this.
Yeah.
But no, the story of this is there's a huge fucking blackout all over the world, and nobody knows what to do. But apparently, an alien invasion is happening, and Superman is fucking missing. So Batman has to rally the Justice League.
Yep. And there's a lot of fun little bits of Gordon trying to turn on the light. It's fun. Of Batman going. Batman has some humor in this. I like Batman's like he's taking this in stride.
Yeah.
And also like I love the scene where he just goes like, "Gordon, are you good?" And he goes like, "You're the first person who's asked me that." And it's like, yeah, that's what friends do. Well, as much as friends as we can be with one of us wearing a mask. Yeah. And I like that. I like a sincere friendship Batman.
Yeah. I love the bit where Gordon is like, you know, this is a bit like fucking oh god, I forgot the name of the movie. Yeah, this is a bit like The Purge. He's like, "What's The Purge?" He's like, "You don't go to the movies much, do you?"
No, what the scene was is like it's that one movie where everybody can commit crimes for 24 hours with no cops.
Yeah, I've got it right here. It's like that one. Gordon says it's like that one movie where all crime is legal for one night and the cops can't do a damn thing about it. Batman says, "That's a movie?" And then Gordon goes, "You don't get out much without the cape, do you?"
But it's also like Batman explains like, yeah, no, this is a blackout going around the whole world. It's not just Gotham. And Gordon just goes like, my doctor did just prescribe me these goddamn these blood pressure medicines. They're fucking psychic. He takes one.
Yeah.
Did they confirm from Brainiacs? I don't think there's any confirmation of who it is. It's just something's happening.
It's just there's an alien ship hovering, I think they said like over by Britain.
LA, Britain, there's like there's stuff happening everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, good story, art.
Yeah, lots of great little moments. Like once you just start paying attention to the word bubbles, you're having a lot of fun. Like fucking Joker makes a "schools out forever" joke in this,
and he just goes like, "What? You guys don't know Alice Cooper? What are they teaching you, these kids?"
Mm-hmm. And I can totally buy Joker being an Alice Cooper fan.
Oh, Joker to this day still loves Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm. And both of them find out, and they're just like, "Oh, fuck that guy."
Yeah, we're retiring. No. Hey, tell me about Godzilla versus.
Jesus. This is a fun issue. There's a lot of fun stuff happening here. We get to see the Megazord fighting a bunch of different Showa Godzilla kaijus. A lot of like Rita being overly treacherous and honest about her evil plans, and the Godzilla villains are just like, you know, we're right here, right? We can see that, we can hear you saying that you're planning to betray us. We're not gonna go for that shit. And she's just like, no, I'm a cartoon villain. It's fine. Like that's good meta humor. I like that.
I love the Godzilla American comic book art.
Yeah, but Godzilla does show up about partway through this after having taken a little snooze through the second issue. Oh, and the Megazord is like on the ropes, and then he whoops the shit out of every single kaiju that's there, and they're like, is he our friend now? And he just kind of looks at him like, I don't trust you, but I'm gonna be nice to you for a minute.
The last time I saw a robot, it wanted to fight me. But there was also Jet Jaguar.
Also, there's a dope 2-page spread of the Megazord doing its head laser thing and Godzilla shooting atomic breath at Gigan and Guy.
Here's the thing. When it's a story like this, I want the monsters to look good. Humans can suffer.
Yeah. And then I think the big end twist is Scorpina joins the fight, and she brings along with her Batra and the giant spider and mantis from Monster Island.
Nice. Moon Knight issue 11.
Oh, Mr. Knight's here.
No, that's Zodiac.
Oh, okay, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Zodiac is basically okay. Last issue, Moon Knight saves his therapist from the hostage situation, does all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And Zodiac, who's been fucking killing and trying to go like, hey, Galaxy Flight? Yeah. Yeah,
a little bit.
So basically, Zodiac calls Moon Knight and goes like, alright, cool. So here's my motivation. Here's what I want to do. Why are you helping people? You used to be a fucking badass. You used to fucking rip people's faces off. So I'm just gonna piss you off enough so you start doing that again. Okay? Yeah, that's my plan. I'm pissing you off so you can be a badass again. Oh, by the way, I'm in front of your house and I'm gonna start killing people in your neighborhood until the vampire chick that you formed a relationship with comes out so I can kill her. Yeah, bye. You're 20 minutes away.
Romantic relationship?
No, friendship. Friendship.
Okay. I forgot.
Moon Knight cares about her.
Wait, is Moon Knight gonna do that? Look who came for a little sucky joke? Is he gonna be able to do that?
Yeah. But basically, they're too far away to get there in time, and they're all trying to figure out how to do it, and they can't call anybody. And Moon Knight goes, I have a way to do it. This is gonna suck, but I have a way to do it. As he gets down on his knees and goes, Khonshu? I know you can fucking hear me, Khonshu! He pauses for a second. Father? Khonshu shows up and goes, what do you need, my son? Absolute shitbag.
I could see a moment like that being in season 2 of the show, too.
It is such a shitbag Khonshu moment. It's brilliant. And Mark just goes like, I need to get back to my base, like, now. And he goes like, but Mark, you locked me up in Asgard. How can I do anything of that? Bullshit, you're talking to me now. You can fucking do it. And he goes like, but why would I do it? You put me in prison. Well, your other fist is out there and he's gonna die. And I'm pretty sure you care about him. So why don't you just fucking get me over there and I can go save his ass? And Khonshu's like, alright, fine. And he looks at Tigra and goes like, alright. How willing are you to put up with weird shit? What? Well, we can get there really quick, but we're gonna have to go through the fucking moon dimension?
And she's like, well, I had a baby with a scroll. How weird can it get?
oh no, that's not the conversation they have. And she's like, yeah, no, I'll do it because you're my friend. But Mark, I need to let you know. And Mark just stops her and goes like, yeah, the Avengers told you to spy on me. What? How did you know? Because I know the Avengers. Black Panther fucking wants me to keep an eye on. And I'm glad it was you. I'm glad it was someone I could also trust, you know? I could totally understand. This is totally reasonable. To have you, like, fucking spy on me. Do it. But, like, I need your help right now. Can we go? And they're like, yeah. All the while, Reese, the vampire lady, and Soldier, the former Hydra agent that Mark Spector saved, and who's been, like, helping him out and stuff, are in the building, and she's just going, like, I need to go out there, or he's going to start killing people. And he's like, no, I told Moon Knight I'd save you, I'd protect you, I do all that kind of stuff. And she's like, but people are going to get hurt. And she starts to, like, vampire to, like, threaten him a little bit. It's like, let me out there. And he's like, no. And then together they formulate a plan. As she walks out and goes, Zodiac, do you want me? And he's like, there you are. Now he can fucking kill you. As Soldier walks out from behind her in a white suit and a white mask with 2 fucking sticks, dressed as Mr. Knight, and Zodiac just shits his pants and goes like, no, you're not supposed to be here, fuck you. And that's the end of the issue. It's fucking great. Read Moon Knight, everybody.
Nice.
And that's the last book we have.
Woo! We
read all the comics. We read all the comics. No, we didn't. But we had fun talking about comics.
Yeah, some solid stuff happened. Some really stupid stuff happened too, but some solid stuff happened.
But hey. Do you have any final things you want to say?
I had a really shitty week, and you know what? The first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan made it all worth it on Friday.
All right. Then you want to tell people where they can find you?
Hey, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos there at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. I tweet sometimes at the Vacuuminator, and I post photos of toys sometimes at the Vacuuminator with an underscore.
Hell yeah. Hey, howdy. I'm Chris, a Boing Writer Gaston, and I do a variety of content on the internet. You want to see some Twitch streams? Twitch.tv/Boingo Writer. You want to see me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram? Boingo_writer. You want to see some video essays and editorials? You can always go on YouTube and search for Boingo Writer. But this is Modular Media just group. We do a variety of podcasts. We have this one, No Prize. We also have Components, where we just talk about random shit. We have No More Games, where me and Buster talk about video game news and the whatnot. And we also have Twit. Tell people about Twit.
We talk about shit like this.
Nice. Hey, do you have any final words?
There was not a single hello there in these first 2 episodes, and I'm not at all disappointed. I think it was a good choice.
Enough said. All right.
Right.
Y'all can probably hear us, but yeah, it's been fun. Good night, everybody.